we gain the same knowledge. So what is that prana? Prana flows in our body through 72,000 channels, which is known as nadi in the Sanskrit or in the yogic world. And through that, then prana flows and it takes care of each and every activity, whether it's mental, physical, emotional, or spiritual. All the activities are taken care with that flow of prana. Now, how do you control that flow of prana? With your breath, with your breathing, you can control that flow of prana. So this square breathing is essentially a controlled breathing and is a fundamental part of meditation. It soothes the nerves and releases the stress. Now, one more thing I would like to tell you, emotions. Whenever there are nine kind of emotions in us, they are called navras. All the emotions are connected with your breathing. Don't you agree with that? So, suppose whenever you get angry, what happens to you? Your face becomes red, your breathing becomes fast, you lose control on your speech, and all those things happens. So what do? The moment, if you want to control your breathing, if you want to control your anger, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to immediately focus on your breath. The moment you focus on your breath, your breathing automatically becomes, obviously you can control your anger with the help of your breath. That's what happens. So any kind of emotion, that is, whether it is stress, whether it is jealousy, whether it is love. Again, what happens when you're in love? That feel love, the first love, do you remember? Again, your breathing becomes fast. So whatever lethargy, everything is connected with your breath. So if you want to control your emotions at times, you don't want to show your emotions, you can immediately show it with the help of your breathing technique. And the square breathing is a wonderful way of controlling all these emotions. So it is very effective even in migraine attacks. In the migraine attack, if you do this wonderful meditational technique, when the migraine it disappears without popping any pill. Now, what you have to do in this square breathing, you have to breathe in for 6 count. You have to hold it for 6 count. Again, breathe out for 6 count and hold it again for 6 count. That's called square breathing. So you are breathing in, holding, breathing out, and holding again. That's what it is. So how do you do that? I'm sorry, I just lost it. So what you have to do in this, you have to, as I said, so let's try it out. So you will know exactly what to do, and then I'll explain further more on this. So what you have to do, you have to sit with your, touching your index finger and thumb. Place both your hands on your lap, on your thighs. And if you're sitting in a chair, again, still you can place it over there. And then I'll tell you, and then let's experience how does it help. I'll give you a count. So you have to breathe in for 6 count. I'll count and I'll give you the guidance towards it. You have to hold your breath for 6 count, breathe out for 6 count, and hold again for 6 count. And I'm counting for that. So sit with this, with your hands in Gyan Mudra. This is called Gyan Mudra. And eyes closed. Just watch your breath. Do not try to change your breath. Let it be the way it is. Now, with the count, you control your breath in the square breathing form. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now rub your palm. Cup your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. Now I've just calmed you down. Your monkey-like mind, whatever. So all the time, our mind is like a monkey. It keeps jumping from one thought to the other thread. It's like a butterfly. It doesn't stay stable. Right now, when you were doing breathing technique, where you're square breathing, your mind was under your control. Were any thoughts there? No. That's how you can control your prana breathing technique and your emotions. This is such a wonderful technique. If you're supposed to give any presentation and you're feeling nervous, you do this technique in a hall full of people. Nobody will come to know, and you will gain confidence. This is what this wonderful meditation does. Now, this same meditation we will do with the wonderful Gayatri Mantra. Now, understand why Gayatri Mantra. Gayatri Mantra, you all must know that Sanskrit is the most primitive language. The first primitive language you must know. And all the other languages has been derived from Sanskrit. Sanskrit has 50 alphabets. And all those alphabets are connected. They are called Devanagari. And they are not alphabets only, they are mantras. So, Gayatri Mantra and Omkar and there are so many mantras. They are a combination of these powerful mantras to create vibration around you and in the universe. So, when you chant, chant that mantra, or when you are in the vicinity of that chanting, then what happens? You are a part of that vibration that stimulates. And Gayatri Mantra stimulate and vibrate 24 elements in the human body. And what are those 24 elements? There are 5 tattvas, that is elements that our body is made up of. And the entire universe is made up of. What are those 5 elements? Earth, water, fire, air, and ether. So earth, water, fire, we know. You must have heard that the human body is made up of earth, and once we die, we are going to mingle in the earth. And water, whatever flows in the body is due to the water, a presence of water in our body. Okay? And fire, so we digest our food because of the presence of fire. We have a temperature because of the presence of fire in our body. Air, we breathe in air, and our circulatory system happens because of the presence of air in us. Ether, in between 2 organs there is ether, void, nothingness. So all these tattvas are very, very important for the existence of any living being, let's say that. So 5 elements, 5 sense organs. What are those sense organs? They are known as Gyanendriya in yogic language or Sanskrit. So your eyes, ears, mouth, and skin, they are the sense organs. We live in outside world because of the existence of these 5 sense organs. So the moment you see anything, your mind get distracted. You hear anything, your mind get distracted. You smell anything, your mind get distracted. We live in outside world because of these 5 sense organs. Then 5 work organs. What are those 5 work organs? 2 legs, we walk. They help us to walk and reach wherever we want to reach. And a lot of the balance of the body and everything happens because of that. 2 hands, we work everything, we do everything, the sign, gesture and everything happens because of our 2 hands. Our tongue, our mouth, we eat food because of that, through this. And anus and urinary gland, again, they are important. Without that, none of us we function. So we know, so that becomes 15. 5 elements, 5 sense organ, 5 work organ, 5 prana. I told you prana, the energy flow in our body through 72,000 channels and in 5 different cycles they have in our body. Those 5 different rotation that is there in the body has been termed as prana. For instance, apan vayu or apan prana rotate in your leg region and is responsible for excretion and for urinary bladder and all. It is responsible for that function in the body. Then saman vayu rotate only in the stomach region and is responsible for digestion and all others. Then pran vayu rotate from your stomach to the neck region and is responsible for your circulatory and breathing technique and all. Udan vayu rotate in this part from your neck to the head region and is responsible for the function of our 5 sense organ. And Vyan vayu rotate in your entire body and takes care of all the 4 pranas in the body or 4 vayus in the body. Okay, so these are 5 vayus which are extremely important. They should remain underbalanced. If they become imbalanced, we suffer from diseases. So if the apan vayu get imbalanced, we suffer from indigestion or constipation, diarrhea, or urinary problem or kidney related problem. Upon the saman vayu get distracted or imbalance, then we suffer from indigestion, acidity, migraine. The byproduct is migraine and many more. We know even your diabetes and all those problems happen because of imbalance of saman vayu. And then similarly, all the other vayus create different problem in our body. Like pran vayu, we may suffer from heart related problem, lung related problem. Udan vayu, again, all these sense organ doesn't work with harmony, and we suffer from that. Vyan vayu controls all the other vayus. So these are 20. I just named 20 elements that is controlled by or stimulated by Gayatri Mantra, chanting of Gayatri Mantra. The 4 other are Man, Buddhi, Chit and Ahankar. What is Man? Man is the lower mind or physical mind. We have 3 levels of mind. So let's talk about 2 levels only, Man and Buddhi, intellect. So Man, the physical mind, on an average, a human being utilizes only 5 to 7% of the brain capacity. You must have heard about it. Einstein was the one who utilized 11% only. So, and Buddhi controls that remaining 93 to 95% of the brain capacity. So, Man, Buddhi, 5 to 7%, 93 to 95% Buddhi, and Chit. Chit is our soul, the Jiva, the Atma, and Ahankar, ego. Ego, we all suffer, all these problems happen because of the ego, which we can't control. So these are 24 elements when we chant, or we are, mantra is being chanted and we are there, then the same kind of effect happens. So this wonderful technique, this meditation, square breathing, we will learn with Gayatri, powerful Gayatri Mantra. And how do you do that? Gayatri mantra has 4 lines. Om Bhur Bhuvasva is the first line. Tatsavidurvarenyam, second line. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, third line. Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat is fourth line. So what do you have to do? In first line, you're supposed to breathe in. You are not supposed to chant. Remember that. No chanting. I'll be doing the chanting, or you can start Gayatri Mantra and you can do square breathing with it. But you're not supposed to chant. You're supposed to focus on your breathing process, the square breathing process. So first line you'll breathe in, second line you'll hold, third line you'll breathe out, and fourth line you'll hold. I'll repeat. First line Om Bhur Bhuvasva, you breathe in, keep breathing in till the first line ends. Second line you'll hold, you'll keep holding it till the second line ends. Third line, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, you'll keep breathing out till the third line ends, and then again you'll hold your breath. Okay? No chanting along with this. Now, few problems you may suffer from. You will not be able to hold it once you breathe out. That is after exhalation. Some of you may find it difficult to hold. With regular practice, you'll be able to do it. But however, if you get hyper because of that, so what are you supposed to do? You can extend your breathing, your exhalation. The moment you extend your you can easily exhale it longer. You'll be able to achieve that square breathing. So maybe it will be one side will be longer. So you breathe in the first line, second line you hold, third line you keep breathing out till you reach half of the fourth line, and then you can hold it for a few moments till the fourth line ends. You'll be able to achieve this. Few people who suffer from high blood pressure do not hold at all. You breathe in the first line, second line you breathe out, third line again breathe in, fourth line again breathe out. Okay? Till your blood pressure start coming normal. Fine. And few people will find it difficult to breathe in longer. One advice, do not breathe in fast. So you have to learn to breathe in slowly and steadily. So that should be not like this. So breathe in slowly and steadily, then hold your breath. No pressure on your face. Breathe out slowly and steadily. Again, no jerk, nothing. It doesn't allow you, there's no requirement for any jerky movement. And then hold it again. That's how we are supposed to do it. So do not chant along with it. Let's try it out whether you can do it or not. Okay, shall we do it? And then I want to teach you one simple pranayam come mudra, which is really, really very, very essential in today's time. It's called Brahma Mudra. This mudra will help you to enhance your lung capacity. Okay. So first, let's do this wonderful square breathing with powerful Gayatri mantra. So I will be chanting and you are supposed to focus on your breath. Fine. So again, sit with your Gyan Mudra. There's a science behind it. So maybe next Friday I will explain the science behind this Gyan Mudra. It's important to sit in this mudra. It's really important. And place them on your thighs, eyes closed, none chanting, and you do your square breathing, what I just told you. Fine? Please sit. Take the position. Hands in Gyan Mudra. Touch your index finger with your thumb. Place both your hands on your thighs. Eyes closed. Sit straight, keeping your spine straight. Do not erect your body. Keep it loose but straight, your spine straight. Now, focus in your breath. Now we will do square breathing with Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om. Cup your palms. Cup your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. So that's how you're supposed to do it. Now, before we do a longer version of square breathing with Gayatri Mantra, let me tell you about this wonderful Brahma Mudra, what I was trying to tell you, because in this today's time where we are supposed to wear COVID-19, which if affects our lungs and heart, this particular mudra, asana, pranayam, helps you to enhance your lung capacity. Now, what you have to do in this, again, don't worry, I'll be sharing the video, audio visual, and I'll share it with Ravi, Raviji, and Raviji can then share with all of you. Okay, I'll do that, or I'll share this video. I think the Chakra Houston must be having it with them, but anyway, I'll share it again. Okay, so what you have to do in Brahma Mudra? It's a wonderful technique. So what you have to do, keeping your eyes and eyes closed, and hands in Gyan Mudra, you have to take your head and neck towards your left shoulder like this. Okay, try to align your chin with your left shoulder. That doesn't mean that you will touch your chin with your left shoulder. Just align your left shoulder, your chin with your left shoulder. In that position, you are supposed to breathe in deeply. Hold for a few moments, 2 or 3 seconds. Breathe out completely in the same position. Then bring your head and neck towards your right shoulder. Align your chin with your right shoulder. Breathe in deeply. Hold. Breathe out completely. Then bring it back to the center. Now throw it backward. Again, you have to breathe in deeply and slowly and steadily, holding the breath for a few seconds, for 2 or 3 seconds. Only breathe out completely in the same position. Do not bring it back. Once you breathe out, exhale completely, bring it back. And now touch your chin to your chest. Breathe in again, deeply and steadily. Hold, then breathe out completely. That's how you're supposed to do. Did I lose you all?
Looks like she's having some connectivity issues. Hopefully she'll join back soon again.
I'm on the lookout, Raviji.
Thank you.
Maybe the problem, the power problem in India.
We lost you. You're not on the, yeah. Log in again. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to add her as a panelist. 1 second. Yeah, she's there. Yeah, Preeti, you are there.
Yeah, okay. Did everyone hear about the Brahma Mudra, or should I explain it again? Vipinji?
We lost you at the end of
That was fine. Till then, it was fine. They haven't.
So, everybody heard about the Brahma Mudra, otherwise I'll say that again.
I
So
think
that people can do it without getting confused.
I think
Okay.
you can do it once again, please.
Okay. So you have to take your head and neck, keeping your eyes closed and hands in Dhyan Mudra. Take your head and neck towards your left shoulder. Align your chin with your left shoulder. Breathe in deeply. Hold your breath, then breathe out completely. In the same position. Then bring it towards your right shoulder. Breathe in again. Hold your breath. Then breathe out. It should be slowly. The breathing and the inhalation and exhalation should happen with very slowly, steadily. Okay, no jerky movement. Then in the third one, you are supposed to push it backward like this. Then in the same position, you breathe in, hold, breathe out. Now, bring it down, touch your chin with your chest. Breathe in again, hold, and then breathe out. So let's try it out, and then I'll tell you what happened exactly. What happened to your lungs and to your lungs, and how you can expand your lung capacity. Okay, let's do it again. Sit with your in Dhyan Mudra, hands on your lap, eyes closed. You're supposed to hear me out. No need to see me. Now bring your head and neck towards your left shoulder. Align your chin with your left shoulder. Breathe in deeply, steadily, and slowly. Hold. Breathe out completely. Now slowly bring your head and neck towards your right shoulder. Align your chin with your right shoulder. Breathe in deeply again. Hold. Breathe out completely. Now bring your head and neck back to the center and throw it upward. Breathe in again. Hold. Breathe out completely. Now bring your head and neck back to the center, and now throw it down. Touch your chin with your chest and breathe in again, slowly and steadily. Hold. Breathe out. Exhale completely. Now, bring your head and neck back to the center. Slowly open your eyes. Now, what happened in this? You must know. A few of you must have realized when you take your head and neck towards your left shoulder, we have 4 ventricula in our lung. You expanded your entire right lung with 90% of oxygen. And when you exhaled in the same position, 100% of carbon dioxide came out. Vice versa, similarly, the same thing happened when you took it towards your right shoulder. You expanded your left lung completely with 90% of oxygen. And when you exhaled, 100% of carbon dioxide came out from your left lung. When you took it upward, you inhaled. Your front chest got expanded with maximum oxygen, and you exhaled 100% of carbon dioxide. Similar thing happened when you took it, when you took your when you touched your chin to the chest, 100% oxygen or 90% of the oxygen went to your back lungs. And when you exhaled, 100% oxygen came, 100% carbon dioxide, you exhaled 100% carbon dioxide. Now with this awareness, shall we do it again? Okay, try it out. And now this completely focus where you are expanding, which part of the chamber of your lung is getting expanded and which part is getting contracted when you breathe out or exhale. Let's do it with complete awareness. Okay, so again, sit in the same mudra, please. Every time, I know you don't get irritated. Next time, I'm sure I'll tell you the science behind it. Okay, let's do it. Be aware where the expansion and contraction happen. Eyes closed. Bring your head and neck towards your left shoulder. Align your chin with your left shoulder. Breathe in. Now exhale completely in the same position. Now bring your head and neck towards your right shoulder. Breathe in again, deeply and steadily. Now breathe out, exhale completely, slowly and completely. Now bring your head and neck back to the center, and this time throw it upward. Again, breathe in. Breathe out completely. Now bring your head and neck back, and this time touch your chin with your chest. Breathe in again. Breathe out completely. Now rub your palms, cup your eyes, and slowly open your eyes. So could you see that? Now, Ravi or Vipinji, are we ready for 11 minutes of meditation, and then we can have the question answer session, or today we don't have time?
It's 40, it's that 20 more minutes, Preetiji.
So we can do 11 minutes of square breathing, right?
Yeah, and then we can have 10 minutes.
I want people to experience that. We can do that, right?
Sure.
Okay, great. So let me start it. So it's only 11 minutes. Please experience this. And this Brahma Mudra can be done before, after, in the morning, whenever you feel like, twice in the day, to enhance. Again, I'll say during this time of COVID, we should do it every day, 2 to 3 rounds, twice in a day. And you can see that your lung capacity will come to know that lung is perfectly working, perfectly all right. And it will enhance the capacity. So let's enjoy the meditation first. Just give me a moment, please.
Chanting the Gayatri mantra
Is it
creates
loud
specific
enough?
energies. It is a
everyone?
mantra which
Yeah,
is
we can hear it. We can.
righteous
Okay,
wisdom.
great.
By asking of the Almighty to illuminate our intellect. Doing the Gayatri in tandem with square breathing leads to beneficial results. Take your positions. Sit with your back straight, with your hands in Gyan Mudra resting on your lap. Close your eyes and relax. Relax your shoulders, your hands, and your legs. Relax every part of your body. Now, with a relaxed body, focus on your breath, on the flow of your breath, be it fast, slow, rhythmic, non-rhythmic, equal or unequal. Focus on the temperature of your breath. Feel the coolness of the air on the inside of your nostrils while breathing in. Feel the warmth of the air on your upper lip area while breathing out. Now, let us begin with square breathing in sync with the Gayatri mantra. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yunah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yunah Prachodayat. Rub your palms together, cup your eyes, and slowly open your eyes. Hari Om.
Hari Om. So this is all about very simple yet very, very effective meditation. Now, what is the effect? I'll just take 2 more minutes to explain. As I told you about the prana, that the prana flows in our body through channels. Now, because of our faulty lifestyle, our bad eating habit, bad posture, too much of stress, we start blocking these channels. Now, if out of 72,000 channels, if you block, say 5,000-6,000, the body still functions, but there are aches and pains in the body. Now, if the blockages remain for a longer time, so we start suffering from diseases. Suppose if the prana, the channels that is passing through your pancreas or through your other glands or heart, if they remain blocked for a longer time, we start suffering from heart-related problem, or for if it's through your pancreas, we suffer from pancreatic, that is your you suffer from diabetes. So once you do any kind of meditation, what happens? You unblock these blockages, because the prana, when you hold your prana, what happens? That's called kumbhak. When you hold it, so whenever you plant, you water a plant, and if there is any blockages in the tube, what you then what you do, you contract it, okay, tightly, and then you open it, so the water gushes out, and then you are able to water the plant. Similar thing happens when you when you contract, when you hold your breath in that kumbhak. When you hold it, it's called Baya kumbhak or Antarik kumbhak. When you hold it after inhalation or exhalation, you again contract, and if there is any blockages, it opens up, and the prana start flowing freely again. So that's what happened. So by doing this wonderful technique, we can take care of our migraine problem, acidity problem, any kind of aches and pains, whether it is your slip disc, spondylitis, or any other kind of aches and pains, and lot more things, even your stress. And it gives you a positive thought, because it opens up your mind. As I told you, you start, once you do all these meditations and all, you start getting into you start getting connected with a higher brain, the intellect mind. That's what it does, and it gives you immense calmness and peace, which is required, because we are under lockdown since a longer time, and there's frustration and all, and you can actually control yourself by doing this. So that's all I wanted to tell you about all this wonderful technique. So now if you have any question answer, please, I'm here to answer. So can you open it?
There is a question, is this square breathing technique safe to do for pregnant women?
Yes, 100%. In fact, during pregnancy, one should do meditation, because meditation and all will help the child to be more intelligent. Through meditation, your child becomes more calmer. It should be done, 100%.
There is one gentleman who has written that holding of breath should be done in Jalandhar Bandh.
Jalandhar Bandh, not in this. You don't have to do it. However, if you feel like, then in Antarik Kumbhak, that is after inhalation, you can do it, but not in this square breathing. Jalandhar Bandh, you can do it in Anulom Vilom when we'll, next time when we will take our session again. We will learn about the Jalandhar Bandh and you can hold your breath in Jalandhar.
Thank you. If anyone has any other question, they can type. I see one more question coming. Meditation is fine, but is holding breath considered safe during pregnancy?
Yes, it is safe, 100% safe during pregnancy. There is no problem at all. But still, if you are agitated, then do deep breathing. As I said, breathe in the first line and breathe out in the second line. Breathe in again in the third line and breathe out in the fourth line. This will also give you immense pleasure, immense calmness, and it will take care of a lot of things.
Is modified square breathing okay for one with the high BP? I think you had already answered.
Yeah, I said high BP people, if they can't, they can do only breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out. But within few days, by doing this only inhalation and exhalation, their blood pressure will start, they can monitor their blood pressure, it will start coming down. Without any medication, means this with the same doses.
Okay, another question.
And then once they do it, they can actually start with their Antarik Kumbhak, that is holding their breath after inhalation and not after exhalation.
Another question, what about low BP? Any specific instructions?
Low BP again, this any kind of BP, blood pressure problem or this, you can get benefit out of by doing this. You have to try doing it, but regularly. You do it one day and don't do it for 3-4 days, it will not give you that kind of result. You have to do it every day to see the result.
Another question.
Yeah, definitely, yes.
Do you recite loud the Bija mantra or in your mind?
Beach mantra, we haven't come to the beach mantra. When we come to that, then we will talk about it. So now today, please restrict your questions to square breathing, Brahma Mudra, or Gayatri Mantra. And you're not supposed to chant Gayatri Mantra, let me tell you. You're supposed to focus on your breath.
Okay, so I think we have a couple of minutes. We can take one last question if somebody has. Otherwise, why do you rub your hands?
Okay, just make up Namaste Mudra and then rub. Create heat in your palm and then cup your eyes. Because what happened after doing any kind of meditation, we have pores through which the prana dissipate from our body. So when you rub and put it back, you're actually giving back the positive energy back to your face. Should we tape? Don't worry, I'll send you the audio track. Or you can play any audio track of Gayatri Mantra and do this wonderful pranayama. This wonderful breathing.
Do we chant in our mind and not out loud?
No, it shouldn't be chanted at all. Focus on your breath during that chant. Breathing in, because when you are focusing on your breath, it's called mindful meditation. You are completely inside and you are just controlling your breathing process with that wonderful vibration of mantra around you. That's what you are supposed to do. There is no need to chant inside also. However, if you want to, you can do that, but just focus on your breath.
Thank you so much, Preeti. It's 9. Raviji, you want to say something?
So thanks a lot, Raviji. Raviji is there.
This was a wonderful webinar. And I'm hoping that we see everyone here back again next Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning Houston time, 6:30 p.m. India time.
Yes. Thank you all. Be safe. That's all I can say. Do that Brahma Mudra every single day. Please 2 to 3 rounds and do this wonderful meditation technique. And we will meet again. If you have any query, I will address next Friday. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Preeti ji. Ravi ji, thank you so much for bringing this. And India House is grateful. And thank you all participants. You all have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you. See you all again soon.
See you all.